In this video, we review provisioning profiles for dynamic management of endpoints in the RealPresence Resource Manager interface. To see provisioning rules, log in to the Resource Manager. Select the Endpoint menu, then click Dynamic Management and click Provisioning Profiles. Two types of provisioning profiles are shown here: the Admin Config Provisioning Profile and the Network Provisioning Profile. First, let's look at the Admin Config Provisioning Profile and explore how it can be used. Click to select the default Admin Configuration Provisioning Profile, and next click the Edit tool. Here you see the variety of admin settings, including system settings, where you can change languages, auto-answer settings, maximum call times, and more. The home screen settings adjust what you see on the home screen, including H.323 extensions and addresses. Call settings allow you to adjust maximum speeds for calls. Audio settings allow you to mute auto-answer calls. You can explore other settings here that include the software endpoint settings, calendaring settings, Microsoft Lync settings, and VVX settings. An example of a unique admin config provisioning profile would be for a kiosk where the endpoint does not belong to a specific user. Let's briefly look at a kiosk admin config profile. The kiosk admin profile is different from a default profile in the following ways. Under System Settings, the Allow Access to User Setup and Allow Directory Changes is unchecked. Under Audio Settings, the Mute Auto Answer Calls is checked. Under Software Endpoint Settings, the IM Chat and IM Storage is unchecked because instant messages is not desired. Under Calendar Settings, the calendaring is disabled. Now, let's look at the network provisioning profiles and see how they are used for specific locations. In this case, we'll look at the Boston Labs network provisioning profiles. Besides the general information, you can set specific date and time settings. In this case, the time zone is set for Eastern Time. In the firewall settings, fixed port settings can be adjusted as well as NAT configurations and more. H.323 settings and SIP settings allow you to specify gatekeeper addresses. Additionally, there are many other settings you can examine. Two other settings that you should know about are the security settings where AES encryption is enabled, as well as calendar settings where an Exchange calendar address can be specified. After provisioning profiles are created, then provisioning rules are applied. Let's take a look at how endpoint provisioning profiles are established for a specific site through the use of provisioning rules. First, to see the site topology, navigate to Network Topology and click Site Topology. Each site is defined by its network subnet. Establishing provisioning rules for these sites is done by creating rules based on sites and networking provisioning profiles. Now navigate to Endpoint, Dynamic Management, Provisioning Rules. Notice that these rules are prioritized and default rules apply when no rules match. In this case, we will look at the Denver provisioning rule by selecting the Denver rule and clicking the Edit tool. Confirm to proceed. Under General Info, the rule is named and the site is specified through a condition shown here. In this case, the site is equal to Denver Labs. For endpoint provisioning, the available provisioning sites are shown and the Denver Labs network provisioning profile is selected. Next, we'll briefly look at phone management. To see this, navigate to Phone Management, then click Configuration Profiles. There are over 400 configuration profiles defined within the Resource Manager. Some of the profiles are useful as is. Others require that you clone and modify them before they can be used. Navigate to Profiles Deployment. Here you see that these profiles can be deployed according to configurations at the global level, endpoint groups, endpoint models, sites, and even specific endpoints. Because of the power and complexity of these settings, contact your Polycom professional to help you create the best design for your phone management program. This concludes provisioning profiles for dynamic management of endpoints in the RealPresence Resource Manager interface.